How are you doing with Pokemon Statistics and Encouragement Bonus? The PowerPumpkinGamer. Welcome back to Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Welcome back to Fire Emblem 3 Houses. When we last left off, we had just completed the first battle of the game with Dimitri, Claude, and Edelgard.
Captain
and we had
Gerald,
just went to Eloise.
it is you! Goodness, it's been ages!
Hey there.
Don't you recognize me? It's Eloise, your old right-hand man! Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway.
I forgot about this guy, it's been so long.
Years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
You haven't changed a bit, Eloise, just as loud as ever. And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore.
I love the voice acting in this
Wandering
game.
mercenary, one who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right. Goodbye, Captain. Wait, that isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Okay.
Garreg Mach Monastery. I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you?
I mean, it is the
Are
main
you
setting of the game.
Captain's child?
Yes, I am. I'm a bandit. Oh wow, he actually liked that?
Humor, this one. Clearly cut from the same cloth as the captain.
Wow, that's a bit of a tongue twister there. Clearly cut from the same cloth. Clearly cut from the same cloth. Clearly cut in the sun seems like a bit of a tongue twister in the first place. Anyway.
I'd love for you to see the monastery too. You will join me, won't you?
Sure, I guess.
What's troubling you,
Nothing to
Captain?
say there?
You aren't about to run off again, are you?
Maybe.
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Saros.
So these guys have a lot of pull.
They do seem rather skilled.
Do they? They showed up after we, you know, kicked everyone's
It seems
ass.
your presence is required. Get going.
Okay. I love the music in this game. The OST and Fire
I
Emblem 3
appreciate
has
your help back there. Your skill is beyond question.
As I was saying, the OST in Fire Emblem 3 has one of the best I've seen all year.
You're clearly an experienced mercenary. And your father, that would be Gerald, the Bladebreaker? Former captain
Guess so,
of the
that's my
Knights of
daddy.
Saros. Oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything?
I don't think you got everything. The Knights of Saros? I don't know who's captain. Oh,
How curious.
okay.
I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating indeed.
I love her little, I love her, like, surprise portrait with the sweat drop.
You are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh,
I like
I should
Claude.
mention that the three of us are students of the Officers' Academy at Garreg Mach Monastery. We
Cool.
were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
Because you have
That
the
would be
lowest
because you
health.
ran off.
Oh, never
Too
mind.
true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat.
Dude, Claude
Everything
is just
would've worked
me.
out if these
Claude
two
is
hadn't followed me and
in real
ruined
life. Like, I'm
everything.
just Claude.
Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Sorry about that, that was my heater.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot
sorry.
see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power. Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
I love all these
In any
characters,
case,
man.
forgive our digression.
I totally forgot
I
about
must speak
this.
with you if you can spare a moment. The way you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation.
I'm keeping an auto
It showed
for a
me I
sec.
still have much to learn.
Yeah.
Your skill is precisely why I must ask you to consider lending your services to the Empire.
That's actually what I did my first go around in this game.
I might as well tell you now. I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself.
Yeah, I
Please,
know.
do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Although you guys are some pretty
Whoa
good guys.
there. You two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really. I was personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
It seems one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well,
This doesn't act... Okay, so I should reiterate, this isn't the actual choice. This is not where you choose your house. This is just like to get some more support with whichever person you want to choose. I already did the Adrestian Empire one. I haven't done either of these, and the Adrestian Empire actually has 2 routes. However, I didn't want to do that one again because I've already done it, and I didn't want to do the exact same thing over again. So, it's between these 2 right now, and I honestly think that I want to do the Blue Lions one, so I'm going to go with that. Hey,
Understood.
Dimitri.
Fargus is a noble and distinguished kingdom that has always valued chivalry.
Cool.
All right, that's
I'm not
enough
really
of
a
the
very
small
chivalrous
talk.
person,
It's
but okay.
time to head back to the monastery.
Cool.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
Yeah, alright.
my, they are in such a hurry. You know, each of the 3 is most unique.
I agree. Edelgard. She's a refined young woman, but I feel as though she's always evaluating me. Dimitri, the guy I picked, he seems quite sincere, but I sense darkness lurking beneath. Whoa. Darkness. Eternal darkness. I'm sorry. His easy smell is striking, but that smell doesn't reach his
Yes,
eyes.
I thought the same. I am so sleepy once again. I may
Okay.
be sleeping,
But you what? You don't make any sense, man. Okay. What's up next? Oh, another save point. Okay. Didn't get to run Violet around.
Part 1. White Clouds. Great Tree Moon. 3 houses. The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree. The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough. There it is. Garreg Mach Monastery.
Ray is here.
I wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now,
Her? You've been here before? Well, I mean, we do know he was Knight of Saros, so... Her. I guess her?
You saw her in the courtyard earlier, didn't you? The Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Ah. Yes, the one that looks like the green-haired woman in the intro. Lady Rhea.
As you know,
Is it Rhea
the majority
or
of folks
Rhea?
in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Saros.
Yeah.
The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Cool.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
All hail the meme lord!
Right. Hello.
Sorry about that, my chair
It has
squeaks.
been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence
Uh-oh.
all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
Okay.
So I see.
Oh, yeah.
The miracle of
Me.
fatherhood
I've
has blessed
happened.
you. That is your child, is it not?
I think so. I mean, we don't really look alike, although I guess I could
Yes.
take after my mom.
Born many years after I left this place, I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name?
Did you know? My name is... Hi! My name is Chicka Chicka Slim Sadie. I'm sorry. Alright, got a call.
You must at least show the basic courtesy of telling us your name. Do you not think you are being a bit rude to the Archbishop?
It is
I'm
all
shy.
well said. My dear, I am called Rhea. I am the Archbishop of the Church of Saros. In truth, I was only being polite. I already know your name, and a fine name it is.
Yeah, Byleth.
From the
I don't know who
bottom
came
of
up with
my
that
heart,
name, but it sounds
I
cool.
thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy.
You're welcome.
Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Saros, don't you? I won't say no, but
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you.
Yes, clearly you can see how hurt I am.
I must step away for now, but I
Hurt,
expect they will
not
desire
hard.
a word with
It
you
sounded
soon.
like hard on the... I'm sorry.
Please listen
Sorry.
carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
Farewell.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Saros. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well.
Well, of course they are. I'm the main character. I must work here? As a servant?
Nothing like that. They want you to
Oh, cool.
teach, by the sound of it.
Dope.
You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor.
Well, ain't that
And
lucky.
apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
Okay. I'm down, man.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
Yes, I remember you so well.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck.
Oh, I remember you,
Watch
Manuela.
out for Lady
You were a
Rhea.
fun person.
I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Okay.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hannah, a crest
I feel like
scholar
that's a
and
diss.
professor at the Officers' Academy. I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you.
I really like Manuela. Manuela. Okay. You're a physician, you're a songstress. You're a songstress?
Of
Hey,
course.
she liked that.
Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company. Perhaps you've heard of
Cool.
me? The Mittelfranc Opera Company is beautiful, peerless.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela. Now then.
I
it
really like
seems
Manuela.
You'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I
Okay.
expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do you really not
Can't
know?
say I have.
Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain.
Okay.
The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin.
Cool.
The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next
waifu.
emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Well, ain't that
Lastly,
just
there is the Golden
coincidental?
Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
Well, ain't that just such a coincidence with all the leaders coinciding at the same year? Wow. And also at the same time that I happen to show up? Like, what are the odds?
To think that the next emperor, king, and sovereign duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Yeah.
For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point.
All right.
Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I suggest you
right.
try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that
right.
should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Wow, okay.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision, Sedith. I know worrying
Wow,
comes
yeah, well, I
naturally
mean,
to
he's
me,
right.
but there is truly no need. That stranger is Gerald's flesh and blood, after all.
Are we sure about that? Gerald looks nothing like me.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Gerald character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flane is now here with
What
us as
happened
well.
21 years ago?
I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Sedith,
Lame.
they have my
I
trust.
honestly don't remember who that
Let
is.
that be enough for you as well. More importantly,
Okay.
I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding
Oh,
our
I remember
suspicious
Shamir. I do remember Shamir. She was cool. I like Shamir.
We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the church, especially if they are frequenting Garreg Mach.
Yes,
Okay.
that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation.
Just take a second and listen to this piano in the back. I'm telling you, man, Fire Emblem Three Houses is one of the best soundtracks of this year.
Rhea,
So
for
good.
now I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
Alright. And watch everything go to hell. A jumping byleth. Yeehaw. If you actually tilt it like all the way, you can jump like 2 of these big like... Oh, cutscene.
Of course.
Okay, and now begins the open world aspect of this game. So, okay. You can zoom in to get like this over the shoulder kind of shot. You can zoom out to get this, and you can't zoom out any further than that. Some of my movement seems a little stiff. Is there any way I can change that? Whoop. Here we go. Rotation speed. That's fine. These are fine, but some of my movement feels a little stiff. I don't know why. Alright, whatever.
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers' Academy, correct? To start,
Yes, I have been
please
told
speak
that.
with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it. Once you have finished, come and speak with me.
Alright.
May I ask a favor of you?
Speak to the 3 house leaders and gather information about the students in each house. The students can be found in the reception hall on the first floor and throughout the Officers' Academy. Accept the quest! Quests are given to consult the quest menu to see. Yeah. Okay. So you just go to the menu and click on quests so you can see those. Alright, let's talk to these 2.
I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here. Frankly, we had
Not really,
someone else
honestly.
in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits. Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
You saved
Yeah.
the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now
God,
you should
I
make
love
the
this
rounds.
guy.
Go around the monastery and see that you greet everyone.
I will do that. Alright. Let's head to the first floor. Minimap. Okay. The minimap in the upper right corner of the screen shows your current location. Sorry about that. Anyway, the minimap in the upper right corner of the screen shows your current location, the locations of important people, the direction to quest givers, and more. Zoom or change the map view with the ZR button. Yes, so you just click ZR and you can get like the whole thing. Alright, who are we talking to? Oh right, you gotta get the nice pan camera. Whoa! Alright. The reception hall, we got Edelgard, Best Girl. Oh, nothing happens. That's a little disappointing, especially after Sword and Shield. Spotted Edelgard. How's it going, girl?
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresbalg. I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
Sure. Yourself, what do you got to say about you?
Well, some think I'm a bit distant, arrogant even, but there's little to be done. One day I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else?
Yeah.
Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities.
Yeah, kind of, actually. Swap display. Oh, okay. Zoom in on that. Okay. Alright, so stats, level, defining ability, and your strengths and weaknesses. So the strengths and weaknesses section is actually not like what she's bad and good against in battle. It's what she's good at as skills. So she's good at swords, axes, authority, and heavy armor, but she's weak at using bows and magic. So... Hubert.
Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
Alright. Zoom in on Hubert over here. Super emo man. I actually do like Hubert. He grew on me a lot. I think I might have already said this. I already played the Black Eagles route. So he's good at bows, reason, and authority, and he's weak at axes, faith, and flying. He's definitely a magic user. Grants might +5 with gambits. It's not that great of an ability, honestly. Ferdinand von Eyre.
For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Duke Eyre, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is, perhaps, too pleased with its own status.
Let's get a nice zoom in on Ferdinand von Eyre here. Another meme machine of his own. He's pretty good. I actually do like Ferdinand. Like, he's a pretty good all-rounder. Grants hit and avoidance +15 when unit is at full HP. That's actually really good. Linhardt.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else.
He's also a lot like me.
Well, napping. If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire.
Yeah, that sounds like me. His ability is really good as well. Like, if you just stay there, what you can actually do in certain situations, if this guy's low on health, is just move him back, create a wall in front of him, and just have him wait for a couple turns, and he can heal himself up. Caspar.
He's the second son of Count Bergliez. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him.
He's also pretty decent. The only problem is I don't know if it was maybe the way I set him up, but he just could not take a hit. Bernadetta.
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to class.
Yeah, everyone loves Bernadetta for some reason. I don't know why. I never really liked her as much as everyone else, but she's also pretty good. She's a really good archer. Persecution Complex grants attack +5 when unit is not at full HP. The only problem with that ability is that because Bernadette is usually a sniper, like she stays like long range and then fires arrows, you usually don't end up losing too much health, so getting that attack +5 is kind of hard. And yeah, dexterity and speed, she has the highest stats, so yeah, she's definitely the long-range shooter.
Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception. She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy.
I love Dorothea. It's not because, like, her looks, although she doesn't look half bad either, but the main reason is her defining ability. Songstress is so good. If you put Dorothea in the middle of like 4 different people, they all recover up to 10% of their max HP at the start of each turn, and that is really, really good. So if you have anyone like getting like fairly low, just put Dorothea next to them, and they're good. Like, they're set. And yeah, her magic is her highest skill. She is so good at attacking magic, like reason magic.
To the west
is
of
so good.
Fodlan is an archipelago called Brigid. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Brigid is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
Petra, also fantastic. That defining ability is amazing. I cannot count, dude. It would take me like at least 50 hands to count the amount of times that ability is kicked in and she's gotten a crit. It's so good. Beyond that, she's just really good with swords and bows. So she's a great person.